Memory loss is something that sneaks up on all of us, and if you've ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there, you know exactly what I mean. Brain fog can be frustrating, even scary, but today I want to share a story that will make you laugh and maybe even nod along because, yes, we've all been there. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also reveal a discovery that could help prevent memory loss, confusion, and even reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. So, let me set the scene. Picture this. I'm standing in my kitchen, trying to make a cup of tea. I reach for the tea bag, but I can't find it anywhere. I look in the drawer. I look in the cupboard. I even check the fridge because, you know, brain fog sometimes makes you do silly things. After about 5 minutes of frantic searching, I glance up, and there they are. The tea bags were sitting on top of the microwave all along. It's moments like these, caused by short-term memory lapses, or even the early signs of dementia, that can leave you scratching your head and wondering, am I losing it? Short-term memory loss can feel like a game of hide-and-seek with your own mind. And honestly, even though we laugh about it, the truth is that repeated forgetfulness, confusion, and brain cloudiness are early signs of dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Everyone experiences some memory lapses now and then, but when it happens more frequently, it might be more than just a foggy head. It could be mild cognitive impairment, vascular dementia, or even frontotemporal dementia starting to show. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds serious. Why are we laughing? And that's exactly it. We laugh because laughter makes these moments easier to bear, even when you're worried about signs of senility or short-term memory loss term. And let me tell you, there's something very human about forgetting where you put your glasses, especially when they're on your head. Speaking of glasses, that reminds me of another memory lapse. I was searching for my reading glasses one afternoon. I turned the house upside down, lifted couch cushions, checked my coat pockets, and then, after 15 minutes, I discovered them perched right on top of my head. Classic brain fog symptom, right? Sometimes it feels like your frontal lobe dementia or early onset dementia symptoms are just playing tricks on you. It's frustrating, but also oddly funny when you look back. Have you ever experienced this kind of retrograde amnesia moment? Maybe you walked into a room and couldn't remember why. Or perhaps you forgot a familiar name mid-conversation. Write it in the comments. Let's see how many of us are battling short memory term lapses on a daily basis. Moments like these are not just memory loss. They're small reminders that our brains can be a little fuzzy sometimes, thanks to things like brain fog symptoms or even global transitory amnesia for those occasional scary lapses. Memory loss isn't only about misplaced items. Sometimes it's about confusing simple routines. I remember one morning I poured orange juice into a bowl instead of a glass. I looked down and thought, well, this is different, but okay. Brain cloudiness really can make you doubt your own senses. And while we joke about it, these moments, especially if they happen often, can signal early signs of dementia in women, early signs of dementia in men, or even amnesia retro episodes. Recognizing these early signs is key to preventing more serious memory loss diseases. And let me be honest, the fear of Alzheimer's disease or dementia can be overwhelming. When your memory lapses feel more frequent, or when your brain fog causes confusion about simple daily tasks, it's easy to start worrying about early onset Alzheimer's, Lewy body dementia, or frontotemporal dementia. That's why I want you to stay with me until the end of this video, because there's a discovery I came across that may help protect against memory loss, brain fog, and the progression of Alzheimer's dementia. But back to our funny daily mishaps. Picture trying to cook a simple meal and forgetting which ingredient goes where. One day I tried to make spaghetti sauce and accidentally added sugar instead of salt. The result? Let's just say, it tasted interesting. Classic memory loss moments, right? Brain fog causes, short memory lapses, and even mild cognitive impairment can turn ordinary tasks into little adventures. And while these stories make us laugh, they're also gentle reminders that memory care is important, especially as we notice signs of dementia or early onset Alzheimer's. So, if you've ever experienced retrograde memory loss, short-term memory loss, or even just a foggy mind symptom, you are not alone. These funny moments are universal, but understanding the underlying memory loss diseases and brain fog causes can make a huge difference in your life. And yes, there's hope. In a bit, I'll tell you about a new discovery that has been helping people reduce brain fog, improve memory, and fight the early signs of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Before I dive into the next story, let's pause. Have you ever forgotten something so silly you couldn't stop laughing at yourself afterward? Share it in the comments. Memory loss, brain fog, and those little amnesia moments are part of life, and connecting with others who understand makes these moments even more enjoyable. All right, now that we've set the stage with our opening and a few memory loss mishaps, let me tell you the first story that had me questioning my sanity, but laughing so hard at the same time. A story that perfectly blends short-term memory lapses, brain fog, and the early signs of dementia in everyday life. Stay with me, because this is where things really start to get entertaining. And yes, I'll reveal that discovery at the very end, so you don't miss it. Short-term memory loss can turn a simple day at home into a series of little adventures. I remember one particular morning when my brain fog was in full swing. I had just woken up and was getting ready to read the newspaper. My reading glasses, which I always keep in the living room, seemed to have vanished. I searched the coffee table, the sofa cushions, and even the kitchen counter. Every time I thought I found them, they weren't there. Classic retrograde amnesia moment, right? I even started questioning myself. Did I misplace them yesterday? Am I developing signs of dementia? Brain cloudiness sometimes makes you doubt your own memory. This was one of those mornings where mild cognitive impairment felt very real. I retraced my steps, thinking about every single thing I did the day before, but nothing made sense. That's the thing about memory loss diseases. The simplest tasks can suddenly feel like a puzzle you can't solve. After about 20 minutes of searching, I took a deep breath and decided to check the bookshelf. You know, the one place I never put anything except books. And there they were. My glasses perched on top of a photo frame. I laughed at myself, even though the brain fog symptoms had me panicking a little. Short-term memory lapses like this might feel funny, but they can also be a warning sign. The Alzheimer's Association often emphasizes that repeated memory confusion, especially if it involves everyday items, could point to early signs of dementia or even early onset Alzheimer's. Now, imagine my confusion later that same day. I wanted to make a cup of tea, again. I went to the cupboard for the tea bag, but it was nowhere in sight. I opened every cabinet, thinking, did I hide it yesterday and forget? A little foggy head moment like this, combined with short-term memory loss term, can feel like your own mind is playing tricks on you. Brain fog, as you may know, can sometimes precede conditions like Lewy body dementia or vascular dementia if not managed early. I finally found the tea bag in a completely unexpected place, the microwave. It was sitting there as if mocking me. Have you ever experienced this kind of confusion? Write it in the comments. You're not alone. Many people face memory lapses like global amnesia moments or even transitory amnesia episodes where your memory just seems to vanish for a while. Later that week, another memory lapse left me scratching my head. I decided to water my plants. I picked up the watering can, poured water over my beloved flowers, and then realized I had just watered the carpet next to them. Brain cloudiness strikes again. Mild cognitive impairment can sneak into our routines in ways that make daily life unpredictable. And while it's easy to laugh at these moments, they can also serve as early signs of dementia, reminding us to stay vigilant. One evening, I was making dinner and wanted to chop some vegetables. I put the knife down to grab a cutting board, walked into the other room, and completely forgot what I was doing. Short-term memory lapses are sneaky. They make even familiar tasks feel confusing. You might call it a foggy mind symptom or a fuzzy brain symptom, but the effect is real. The Alzheimer's dementia community calls these little mishaps mini-cog tests in action. Small signs of cognitive difficulty that can show up long before major symptoms appear. But let's not forget the funny moments. There was one day when I was looking for my shoes. I checked under the bed, behind the sofa, and even in the kitchen cabinets. Finally, I looked down and realized I was already wearing them. A classic short memory lapse moment. Brain fog, amnesia meaning, or just an absent-minded day. It doesn't matter what you call it. The experience is universal. These everyday experiences connect us, showing that signs of dementia in men and women can be subtle and easy to overlook. Sometimes, brain fog causes you to mix up items completely. One morning, I poured orange juice into a bowl instead of a glass. I stared at it for a moment, confused, thinking, did I just invent breakfast soup? Short-term memory loss, retrograde memory loss, or even TG amnesia moments can turn ordinary routines into tiny adventures. And while we laugh about it, it's important to note that consistent memory lapses could be linked to early onset Alzheimer's or frontal lobe dementia. Another memory lapse happened while trying to make a phone call. I picked up my phone, dialed the number, and then forgot who I was calling. Brain cloud symptoms were at their peak. The Alzheimer's Association frequently mentions that repeated confusion about familiar names or numbers can indicate early signs of dementia or mild cognitive impairment. These experiences, while funny in hindsight, remind us to be aware of our mental health. Have you ever forgotten where you put something simple like your keys or wallet multiple times in a day? If so, you might understand how short-term memory loss and brain fog can feel like your brain is temporarily disconnected. Leave a comment sharing your story. I promise you, it feels good to connect with others who have these moments. Global transitory amnesia, dissociative amnesia, and even psychogenic amnesia all show us that memory lapses are more common than we think, and they can happen to anyone. All right, so the moral of this story: short-term memory lapses, mild cognitive impairment, and brain fog can be hilarious, but they also deserve attention. Memory loss, confusion, and foggy head symptoms are not just funny stories. They are signals from our brain to take care of our cognitive health. And remember, stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to share a new discovery that could help reduce memory loss, improve mental clarity, and even lower the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. Memory loss and brain fog might make us laugh at ourselves, but sometimes they carry a serious message. After all, short-term memory lapses and moments of confusion aren't just funny. They can signal early signs of dementia, mild cognitive impairment, or even the beginnings of Alzheimer's disease. Just like my glasses adventure and the tea misplacement fiasco, these moments can happen to anyone, especially as we age. Brain fog and short memory term lapses are normal once in a while, but when these foggy mind symptoms become frequent, they may point toward more concerning conditions like Lewy body dementia, vascular dementia, or frontal lobe dementia. The Alzheimer's Association emphasizes that recognizing early signs of dementia, such as repeated forgetting, difficulty completing familiar tasks, or misplacing items regularly, can be crucial for long-term cognitive health. One thing I've learned through all my hilarious mishaps is that laughter is a powerful way to cope. Even though these retrograde amnesia moments make me shake my head, there's comfort in knowing I'm not alone. Brain fog symptoms, fuzzy brain symptoms, and short-term memory loss term are shared experiences for millions. Just the simple act of laughing at your own memory lapses can reduce stress, which is important because stress itself can worsen memory loss. But let's be honest. While laughing about forgetting where I put my glasses or pouring orange juice into a bowl is fun, there's a serious side. Early signs of dementia in men and women can sneak up quietly, showing up as short memory lapses, confusion, or even TG amnesia episodes. The Alzheimer's Association and other research groups warn that ignoring these early signs can allow conditions like early-onset Alzheimer's or frontotemporal dementia to progress more quickly. Brain cloudiness and foggy head symptoms aren't just little annoyances. They can be signals from our brain that something needs attention. I've had enough moments to realize how easily memory loss diseases creep into daily life. From global transitory amnesia moments to mild cognitive impairment, the small forgetful moments we laugh about may actually be red flags. This is why it's so important to notice patterns. If you frequently forget familiar names, misplace important items, or feel mental fog that affects routine tasks, these could be signs of early onset dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or even Lewy body dementia. It's not all gloom, though. There's hope. Scientists and the Alzheimer's Association have been studying ways to slow cognitive decline, improve memory, and reduce brain fog. Memory care facilities, treatment of Alzheimer's therapies, and new discoveries like Leqembi have shown promising results in helping prevent memory loss from becoming severe. Imagine being able to enjoy your daily life, laughing at little mishaps without worrying that brain fog or short-term memory lapses might be signs of a bigger problem. And this is where my message becomes really important. While we laugh at our own forgetfulness, there is a way to actively protect your brain. Short memory lapses, retrograde amnesia, and fuzzy brain symptoms don't have to define your life. With awareness, small lifestyle changes, and understanding early signs of dementia, it's possible to maintain mental clarity, even as we age. Brain fog cure strategies, brain fog treatment, and remedies for foggy mind symptoms are more effective when started early, and knowledge is the first step. Let's recap the lessons from today's story. First, short-term memory loss moments like forgetting where you put your glasses or pouring juice in the wrong container are completely normal. But if they become frequent, they could be early signs of dementia or mild cognitive impairment. Second, brain fog, fuzzy brain symptoms, and foggy head symptoms are common but shouldn't be ignored. Third, there's hope. Medical research, Alzheimer's disease treatments, and discoveries like Leqembi offer ways to reduce memory loss and protect your brain. I want you to think about this. How often do you forget simple things? Do you walk into a room and forget why you're there? Do you misplace items, even though they're usually in the same spot? These moments may seem funny, but they can also be early signs of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or other memory loss diseases. Being aware of them is the first step toward prevention. Before we move on to the final reveal, let me share one more observation. Brain fog from lack of sleep, mental fog causes, and other reasons for brain fog can intensify memory lapses. Short-term memory lapses, amnesia retro moments, and even global amnesia episodes can often be improved by addressing lifestyle factors and exploring new scientific discoveries. That's why it's so important to stay informed and proactive about your cognitive health. So here's my advice. Stay aware, but don't panic. Laugh at the funny moments, like misplacing your glasses or forgetting why you walked into a room, but also pay attention to patterns. Short memory term lapses, brain cloud symptoms, and foggy mind symptoms aren't just quirky behaviors, they're signals. And the best part? There's something new you can do about it. In the next part of this video, I'm going to reveal a discovery that has been helping thousands of people reduce memory loss, prevent brain fog, and even fight early signs of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. You'll want to stay until the very end because this is not just another tip. It's a scientific breakthrough that could truly make a difference. If you've ever experienced short-term memory loss, mild cognitive impairment, or brain fog symptoms, this final part is especially for you. Stay tuned, because the information I'm about to share could change how you approach your brain health forever. Memory loss, brain fog, and those little forgetful moments may make us laugh, but they can also signal something more serious. Short-term memory lapses, retrograde amnesia, and even global transitory amnesia are not just quirky moments. They can be early signs of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or mild cognitive impairment. But here's the good news. There's hope. You don't have to feel powerless against memory loss or mental fog. The discovery I'm about to share has been helping thousands of people improve mental clarity, reduce brain fog symptoms, and prevent memory loss from progressing into Alzheimer's disease or dementia. Whether it's frontotemporal dementia, Lewy body dementia, or vascular dementia, taking action early is crucial. Brain cloudiness, foggy mind symptoms, and short-term memory lapses can all be improved with the right approach. I know how frightening it can feel when you repeatedly forget simple things, your glasses, keys, or even the name of someone familiar. Brain fog, mild cognitive impairment, and signs of early-onset dementia can leave anyone feeling anxious. That's why this discovery is so important. It's designed to help people protect their brain, even if they've experienced years of short-term memory loss or occasional amnesia episodes. Here's what makes this discovery different. It's based on scientific research and has been tested with people experiencing memory loss, brain fog, and mild cognitive impairment. It's not just a temporary fix or a simple memory trick. It's a step-by-step approach that can help prevent early-onset Alzheimer's, improve brain clarity, and even reduce the risk of dementia. Imagine waking up, remembering where you put your glasses, walking into a room and recalling why you're there, and feeling confident that your brain is sharp. That's what this discovery aims to deliver. Brain fog from lack of sleep, mental fog causes, and reasons for brain fog all contribute to memory lapses. But this approach addresses the root of the problem, supporting your brain so that short-term memory loss term, retrograde memory loss, and even amnesia retro episodes become less frequent. It's about reclaiming control over your mind and ensuring that everyday life doesn't get interrupted by memory confusion. Think back to the stories I shared, misplacing glasses, pouring juice in a bowl, or forgetting why I walked into a room. These were funny moments, yes, but they were also reminders of how memory loss and brain fog can creep into our lives. With this new discovery, it's possible to laugh at these moments without worrying that they're signs of dementia, Alzheimer's dementia, or Lewy body dementia. You can enjoy life while actively protecting your cognitive health. If you've experienced short memory term lapses, foggy head symptoms, or fuzzy brain symptoms, I want you to take action today. Don't wait until these moments become more frequent or severe. Early signs of dementia, mild cognitive impairment, and early-onset Alzheimer's can be addressed more effectively when caught early. Brain fog treatment, brain fog remedies, and strategies to clear mental fog work best when combined with awareness and proactive steps. Here's a simple way to start. Click the link in the description below and also check the first pinned comment. There, I've left a video that explains this discovery step by step, how it works, why it's effective, and how you can use it to protect your memory, fight brain fog, and reduce the risk of dementia or Alzheimer's disease. This isn't just about funny stories anymore. It's about real results and hope for your brain health. Remember, memory loss doesn't have to define your life. Brain cloudiness, short-term memory lapses, and even retrograde memory loss can be improved. With the right knowledge and tools, mild cognitive impairment doesn't have to progress, and early signs of dementia can be addressed proactively. This discovery gives people a chance to protect their brain while still enjoying the small, funny moments of daily life. Imagine the relief of walking into a room and remembering why you're there. Picture yourself laughing at a minor memory lapse without worrying that it's a symptom of Alzheimer's disease or dementia. That's the power of taking action now. By understanding brain fog symptoms, short memory lapses, and mild cognitive impairment, you're already on the path to improving your memory and mental clarity. So don't wait. Click the link in the description and check the pinned comment to see the full step-by-step explanation of this discovery. It's helped people experiencing early-onset Alzheimer's, signs of dementia, and various types of memory loss regain confidence in their brain. Whether you're concerned about Lewy body dementia, vascular dementia, or frontal lobe dementia, This approach gives hope and practical steps to reduce memory loss and brain fog. Thank you for staying with me through these stories. I hope you laughed, nodded, and maybe even recognized some of your own moments in mine. And now, more importantly, I hope you take the step to protect your brain. Short-term memory lapses, brain cloud symptoms, and foggy mind symptoms are real, but with this discovery, you don't have to face them alone. Stay proactive, stay informed, and remember that laughter is part of life. But so is taking care of your memory. Click the link, watch the explanation, and start protecting your brain today. Your memory, clarity, and future self will thank you.